Okay, you see here the right line and the left line, and here is cardiac notch on the left line. This area is linked. Here is right brachycephalic vein, left brachycephalic vein, and here is superior vena cava. Here is arc of aorta and brachycephalic vein, right common carotid, and right subclavian.
أنا مو قاعد أصور.
And left subclavian arteries. Here you see horizontal fissure, and here is oblique fissure. Horizontal fissure is at the level of fourth rib, and oblique fissure is at the level of sixth rib. Here is anterior surface of the heart. Here is right ventricle, left ventricle, apex, right auricle, right atrium, left auricle, left atrium. Here is
Pulmonary.
pulmonary aorta, here is ascending aorta, and arc of aorta you see here. This is inferior surface of the diaphragmatic surface. Here is inferior vena cava, and here is superior vena cava, and it's all
Pulmonary.
After removing the heart from middle mediastinum, in the posterior mediastinum, you see between posterior surface of the left atrium and anterior surface of the esophagus, there is a oblique Haller's sinus, or oblique pericardial sinus. Here is trachea, and here is carina trachea, and at the level of external angle or intervertebral is 54 and 55, there is bifurcation of the trachea. This is main bronchus, right main bronchus and left main bronchus. Right main bronchus is shorter, wider, and more vertical compared to the left main bronchus. This is diaphragm, and here is liver. Here is superior surface of the liver, anterior surface of the liver, and here is falciform ligament, and here is anterior or superior
Coronary.
ligament. This vein is inferior and drains into the right atrium. Drains into the right atrium. You see here inferior surface or visceral surface of the liver. This is gallbladder, bronchus, body, and neck of the gallbladder, and cystic ducts. Here is common hepatic ducts that joining of the right and left hepatic ducts make common hepatic duct, and this is common bile duct. Here is hepatic artery, and here is artery. This is ligamentum teres hepatis, or one ligament, the inferior border of the falciform ligament, between gallbladder and ligamentum teres hepatis, anterior to the porta equatis. This is quadrate lobe, and this lobe is caudate. Anterior surface, anterior part of the caudate lobe, they have two processes. This process is pulmonary process, and this process is caudate process. Here is anterior surface of the stomach. This is diaphragm, and at the level of T10. Esophagus passes through diaphragm at the level of T11, attached to the cardia of the stomach. Here is thoracic aorta, at the level of T12, passes through diaphragm, and inferior vena cava at the level of T8 passes through diaphragm. This is anterior surface, and here is greater curvature and lesser curvature of the stomach. From greater curvature of the stomach, these two layers form of the greater omentum and the small greater omentum descend. Inferior border of the greater omentum is free. This is greater omentum. And from lesser curvature, lesser omentum attached to the inferior surface of the liver, and posterior to the lesser omentum and stomach, there is bursa omentum. Bursa omentum. Here, on the side here, and this this area, the bursa omentalis, posterior to bursa omentalis, there is stomach bed. Stomach bed. This is spleen.
Yes.
Yeah, this is spleen. And here is diaphragm. This is diaphragm. Yeah. Diaphragm and left suprarenal gland, anterior surface of the left kidney, and anterior surface of the body of the pancreas, and splenic artery here, splenic artery, and transverse mesoculum. Transverse mesoculum is here. These structures make stomach bed. Stomach bed. Here is spleen. The spleen has a costal surface that is convex and has relationship with the ribs number 9, 10, and 11. And visceral surface has 3 parts. Gastric part has relationship with the stomach. Colic part has relationship with the left pituitary, and renal part that has relationship
kidney.
with the left kidney. You see, and parts of heart. Here is carina trachea and bifurcation of the trachea, and you see segmental and lobar branch. Here is esophagus, and here is diaphragm. Yeah, this is the liver. Here is falciform ligament and superior coronary ligament or anterior coronary ligament, posterior or inferior coronary ligament, and here is bare area. Yeah, posterior surface or bare area. This is papillary process. Here is caudate process. Here is quadrate lobe. Here is ligamentum venosum, and here is ligamentum teres hepatis. Inside of the stomach, there are many longitudinal folds that are called roga. These are roga. Here is fundus, here is cardia, here is body, and this part is pyloric part. Pyloric part has 2 parts, antrum and canal. And at the end of the pyloric part, there is a sphincter of the pylori. Pyloric sphincter at the level of L1. Yeah, this is stomach. And here is stomach bed. Stomach bed. Here is transverse colon. Transverse colon has meso. Transverse mesocolon is here. A part of the stomach bed is here. Here is jejunum and ileum. These are intraperitoneal. As meso. Root of the mesentery proper has 15 centimeter length and attached to the posterior abdominal wall from duodenojejunal angle to the ileocecal junction. Yeah, here. Here is duodenum, first part, second part, third part, and fourth part. And here is pancreas, head, neck, body, and tail. And ascending colon and descending colon are retroperitoneal. Here is cecum. Here is ileum that attached to the cecum in the ileocecal valve or ileocecal junction is here. Here is cecum. This is ileocecal valve. Here is sigmoid colon that it has sigmoid mesocolon and intraperitoneal, and end part is rectal. Here is duodenum, yeah, from posterior surface of the duodenum, and here is head of the pancreas. This vein and this artery are superior mesenteric artery and vein. Superior mesenteric artery and vein, and this part of the head, posterior to the superior mesenteric artery and vein, is called uncinate process. This is uncinate process. Okay? Here is uncinate process. Okay, you see here
Abdominal aorta.
abdominal aorta, celiac trunk, superior mesentery, inferior mesentery, and this is left renal vein that is in the forceps of the superior mesenteric and abdominal aorta. And here you see pyramids, renal pyramids or Malpighian pyramids of the kidney, and minor calyces and major calyces and renal pelvis. You see in this part. Okay, you have 15 minutes. This is rectum. Doesn't have teniaculi, doesn't have ulceration, and doesn't have
شنو شي ثالثة؟
الابنديسيس يسمونه
appendices. Yeah.
أبنديسي.
لا يعني فوق اللفت
يمكن هذا اللي قال.
لا أصلاً.
لا اللي ورا اوكي.
In the transverse colon, if you remember, I told you there are 3 teniaculi. Yeah. Anterior teniaculi, that greater omentum attached to this is called tenia omentum. Posterior teniaculi, that transverse mesocolon attached to this is called tenia mesocolica, and inferior teniaculi is
It's a free.
tenia libera. Tenia libera.
هذا الخط.
You have 15